Hello, my friends. If you watched my long form reading yesterday, you will know that the card that came out to describe the person that this reading was meant for was the spider. And it was about finding your life's purpose and finding abundance, which you seem to be defining as getting back with the person that you perceive to be your soulmate or twin flame, and your efforts to create abundance. Normally in tarot I would describe it as the Ten of Cups, which is a fulfilling life, an abundant life. So it's emotionally fulfilling, it's spiritually fulfilling, it's materially you have enough, maybe more than enough, for the things that you need and probably some of the things that you just want. But now, today, I was looking at, while I was shuffling, I was looking at the book for the Midnight Magic deck. That's these black cards. I love this deck because they're beautiful. But I was unprepared for the tarantula to come out, okay? The spider and then the tarantula, I'm pretty sure I'm talking to the same collective 2 days in a row. Come on, guys. And yes, I mean guys, because you came out as Divine Masculine, so I suspect the same thing here. But we'll see. Tarantula, at a crossroad, claiming life's purpose. Once again, life's purpose has returned. Second day in a row. The tarantula represents a moment when a great decision must be made. It involves prioritizing your life's deeper purpose or dharma. A habit or routine from the past is sidetracking you from your dream. Yet a voice inside keeps begging you to refocus your attention. In order to find true happiness, you must choose dharma. Until you do, satisfaction will be fleeting. The tarantula hovers, patient and calm, like an old friend that knows your inner soul. It already knows you'll choose wisely. Oh, there you go. You've got the tarantula on your side. When in balance, follows intuition. When out of balance, hesitates and over-intellectualizes. To bring into balance, daily journaling. That's not a bad idea. I like to do daily journaling. I find it very helpful. All right, so I pulled tarot for you. And it appears that you are spending some time alone. Perhaps you are doing the journaling. You are definitely doing some self-reflecting. Trying to find your own inner light, your own inner guide. And that's wonderful. That's the only upright card you have. Otherwise, we have the Emperor in reverse. We have Death in reverse, and we have the Knight of Cups in reverse. So the Emperor in reverse is someone with a lot of pride and ego who expects others to take care of it for him. Or them, I should say them. You don't have to be male to be a Divine Masculine, and you don't have to be female to be a Divine Feminine. Actually, I intensely dislike these terms because masculine and feminine are largely reflections of societal programming, family conditioning. They don't have any reality. They don't have, neither one of them has anything to do with what kind of reproductive organs you have. But this is the term, these are the terms that people like to use, so I am using them. All right. The Emperor represents the material aspects of the Divine Masculine and is someone who, in the upright, they are, first of all, in control of themselves. They are consistent. Yes, they have movement. They have discipline. And they lead through example. They are fair and just They have authority that comes from being their true, authentic selves. And they don't seek to impose it on others. They simply are themselves and inspire others to follow them. So, wisdom, control, strength. Strength born of sacred relationship with the Empress. Okay, but we have it in reversed. So, we have somebody who is fearful, who is not living their authentic life, is trying to satisfy everyone else, while at the same time appearing to be strong and in control, which leads to micromanaging and being controlling and jealous and indulging in a lot of bad habits and not having discipline at all. And this doesn't work in the long run. It can work. Appearing to be the strong man can work for a while, but sooner or later everyone will see that the Emperor has no clothes. And that's what's going on here. Next to the Emperor, we have the Death card in reverse. Death should be about transformation, the ending, perhaps, of the old you and the beginning of a new you. But here we have Death in reverse, so you've been fighting it off as hard as you can. You don't want to change. You're afraid. And that is the heart of the Emperor reversed. The Emperor reversed is afraid. They are not strong, and they are afraid that people will discover that they have no clothes. And they are right to have that fear. All right. And the way to address that fear is to change, is to become the upright Emperor. And death is required for that. Change is required for that. Letting go is required for that. Conquering any bad habits, tendencies towards overindulgence, any sort of controlling behavior, including jealousy. All that has to be conquered, transmuted, transformed, released. All right, now we are looking at the Knight of Cups in reverse. So, the Knight of Cups is romantic, of course. They're big on the romantic gestures, but they could... real relationships take a lot of work, hard work. And the Knight of Cups is not best suited to hard work. But we have it reversed here. So this is someone who, again, we're talking about the fragile ego and pride and the expectation that others will take care of their pride and ego. They may resort to emotional blackmail, perhaps coercion, at their worst. At best, they will love bomb someone and then run away because they are in love with love. And the hard work, the reality of a good, healthy relationship requires effort every day. Commitment, tolerance, acceptance. Making room for your partner to be who they are while they make room for you to be who you are. And you both support each other equally. There's reciprocity, kindness, caring. Because love by itself is not enough. Never has been, never will be. So, let's see. I'm not sure where to go from here because we just had advice for you yesterday. So what else could I possibly tell you? And well, hermiting is something that you are doing right, apparently. So it suggests that there is potential for you to make progress, as did the other reading. But let's see if there's something else besides hermiting that might help you. And I'm going to go with the, I'm not sure what these are called, Sacred Path? Sacred Path cards, I think. Yeah. They seem to have not the easiest cards to shuffle. That's funny. You need to empower yourself. And you need to ground yourself. To work on your connection to Earth. The element in tarot refers not only to material prosperity, but being well grounded and, excuse me, disciplined, ambitious, yes, all of these things. It is about physical stability, but you don't want it to be overly materialistic. The other thing that people tend to overlook is that upward motion comes from the earth. Okay, so the sun sends rays of light and heat and warmth down. The earth is what gives you power and structure and stability. And the earth is feminine. Or at least, it's usually described that way using the standard thoughts about feminine. So perhaps you need to learn to value the feminine more. You can't be in a healthy relationship with someone that you don't truly value. And yes, connecting to the earth will help to empower you, especially if you are someone who is too easily swayed by the opinions of others. All right. I hope you can get something useful from all of this. There's a lot of black here. It's very interesting. Black is the color of yin. Yin is generally associated with the feminine, although it's a different system, so the associations are somewhat different. But earth and structure are associated with feminine and yin. Everybody talks about the feminine being receptive, but without something to receive, a structure to receive, you can't be receptive. And that's true for everybody. Doesn't matter what your gender is. So if receiving is feminine, if you want to go with the polarity teachings, then you need to construct a structure of some sort that can receive. And structures, solidity, earth, yin, feminine. Perhaps that's what you need to work on. And value the strength of the feminine. I am wishing you all the best. I always hope for healing for all of my viewers. I don't know what that looks like for you. I can only make suggestions and share my insights. I'm wishing you all the best.